meeny, miny... Oop, there we go. Witches and wizards of the world! This is the Hogwarts Chaplain coming to you from the Great Hall. Today, my friends, is Sunday, and it's my favorite day at Hogwarts, because here in the Great Hall, we have church. Yes, just a wave of the wand, and the banners come across the enchanted ceiling in the liturgical colors all the way to the head table, which becomes our high altar. Now, of course, they're setting up for dinner. But my friends, I come to you with a broadcast announcement. We are going to be adding a broadcast every week in response to our viewers. So many of you have posted owls on our broadcast page with the same statement. I wish I could go to church at Hogwarts. Or, I would go to church if I could go to church at Hogwarts. Well, my faithful listeners, wizards, witches, and muggles all over the world, this is your invitation. We have decided to offer to you church at Hogwarts. We will, of course, keep up our regular broadcasts, our regular episodes, which will continue to try and feed the resistance in America and across the world in response to the indecency and the anger and the hatred and fear that flow from the current Muggle president and his administration. We will continue those broadcasts, I give you my word. But in addition, we will offer a special program on Sundays called the Sunday Surmuncle. Surmuncle? Surmuncle. You've not heard of a surmuncle? A surmuncle is a short, tiny, itsy, bitsy sermon. Very short sermon. A surmuncle. And we will be offering them every Sunday in Lent. There are, my friends, 7 Sundays in Lent. And we will offer a surmuncle, which will be about 2 minutes, 120 glorious seconds, in which we will read the gospel for that appointed Sunday, and we will take some message from one of the Harry Potter books. And since there are 7 Sundays in Lent, we will do 1 book per Sunday in a short and hopefully inspirational, spiritually feeding surmuncle. I am very excited, and our first surmuncle will actually happen on a Wednesday, this Ash Wednesday. We will inaugurate our surmuncle series and begin Lent together. My friends, some of you have had a great observance of Lent in your past. Others, not so much, as the Muggles say. Some of you start out on Lent, and then by the end of Ash Wednesday, you have already gotten lost. Some of you don't know what Lent is at all. But whether your observance has been excellent, or, as the Muggles say, ish, we invite you to come and observe Lent with us at Hogwarts. Maybe what has been missing in your Lenten observance in the past is constant reflection on messages, not only in the Gospel, but in the stories of Harry Potter. So come join us for Lent, my friends. You may not know what Lent is, and you may not be interested in the 2 great fruits of Lent, which is to get to know God better and get to know yourself better. If you're not interested in either of those 2 things, then take this invitation. J.K. Rowling observes Lent, and she has since she was 11, when she chose to be baptized. Her family was not religious. She made that choice on her own. And ever since turning 11, she has observed Lent. So join us in the observance of Lent, that you might get to know these stories better and their author better. I promise you, you will hear something you have not heard yet. A good word, my friends. And lastly, you may be saying to yourself, is Lent a good season to study Harry Potter? Yes, my friends, and here is why. Here is why it is the best season to study Harry Potter. You'll remember that there are 2 Bible verses in the entire 7-book series, and they come in the 7th book, the Deathly Hallows. You'll remember that Harry and Hermione are in the cemetery in Godric's Hollow. They come across the grave of Dumbledore's family, and on it they see a verse from the Gospel of Matthew. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. They then make their way and find the graves of James and Lily Potter. And written there is something from St. Paul, where he says, the last enemy to be defeated is death. After after J.K. Rowling finished writing her series, she was interviewed about those 2 verses. And do you know what she said? She said that those 2 verses summed up the entire series. And in a later interview, she said those 2 verses sum up her understanding of the entire Christian faith. My friends, the Common Lectionary is a group of readings spread out over the year that are read together with churches all over the world. And if you go and look in the Common Lectionary, there is a reading assigned for Ash Wednesday. We will hear it if you go to church on Wednesday. And it is from the Gospel of Matthew. It is that very verse. Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. That is the appointed gospel reading for Ash Wednesday to inaugurate Lent, the first of J.K. Rowling's favorite verses. And my friends, if you were sitting in church last year on Easter Sunday and you were listening to the readings, you heard the reading from St. Paul where he says, "The last enemy to be defeated is death." Yes, my friends, her second verse is the appointed reading for Easter Sunday. The 2 verses that summed up her stories and her faith are the 2 verses that bring together the season of Lent. Yes, this is the perfect season to study Harry Potter. It is a season meant to present the faith from beginning to end, its greatest promises. My friends, join us. Observe Lent at Hogwarts. Let me say one more thing about the golden snitch. Those of you who have read the stories know that Harry carried this snitch, the first snitch he caught in his first Quidditch match at Hogwarts. And at the end of the stories, in the Forbidden Forest, the golden snitch opens for him. And out comes the resurrection stone. And the power of resurrection takes over, and the communion of saints, of people that love Harry, surround him. And you realize at that moment, he had the resurrection stone all along. Where were these people? He could not see them all along. The truth is, Harry wasn't ready yet. He had things to learn. He had dragons to slay. He had journeys to take. He had relationships to mend. He had to change before the snitch would open for him. He would not know what was in that snitch had he not taken that journey. My friends, the golden snitch is Lent, because Easter is around us and in every cell of us. The resurrection is real and now. It is already. But the purpose of Lent is that we would bring ourselves to the place where on Easter Sunday we would know where the tombs are in our lives that will open in resurrection. Yes, it is 40 days to find the darkness, to clear away the things that keep you from seeing the darkness, to find every tomb so that we would celebrate together on Easter Sunday that all of those tombs would be opened and we would feel the resurrection in places we had never felt it before. We would see it in the world, in places we had never fought for justice before. This is Lent. Remember, my friends, whenever important gifts are given at Hogwarts by Dumbledore or anyone else, they are usually accompanied with the words, "Use it well." Lent is a gift. Observe it with us at Hogwarts this year. Lent is here. Use it well.